Hi students, we are moving on to the last part of decimal, and then after that we will move on to some financial planning kind of concepts. So multiplying and dividing decimal. So that's the first thing first that we need to learn. So I'm sure most of us are aware on what we need to do when we need to multiply decimal by 1, by 10, by 100, by 1,000. So, in fact, I think the book is making it very easy for you to do by just using a calculator. You solve question one, and after that, they say, do you see a pattern? So, what happened to the numbers when they are multiplied by 10? Okay, so I want you to use your own words to explain what happens to the decimal when you multiply by 10 and then multiply it by 1,000, 100, sorry. Okay, so next part is talking about multiplying these numbers mentally. So I'm going to give you some visual understanding on this. Okay, when you want to multiply by 10, 100, or 1,000, like for example 2.35 times 10. Since 10 we know that there's 1 0, so we basically move the decimal to the right one time, isn't it? That's how we get 23.5. When you multiply by 100, since there are 2 zeros, so we move the decimal to the right twice. That's how you get 235. So what happens if you need to multiply by 1,000? Since there are 3 zeros there, so we'll move the decimal place to the right 3 times. So we actually get 2,350 as the answer. Okay. What about division? So same thing, again, use a calculator, solve question 4, and then they ask you, okay, what do you observe when you divide by a decimal by 100? So I'm sure you'll be able to explain that in words. And then after that, again, I will show you the mental process when you want to divide a number decimal by 10, 100, or 1,000. So when you want to divide a decimal by 10, since there's 1 0, so instead of moving to the right when you multiply, divide, you actually move to the left. So the decimal point got to move to the left. So that's how you get 0.045. And if you divide by 100, since there are 2 zeros here, you move the decimal point 2 times to the left. And that's how you get 0.0045. And when you divide by 1,000, so same thing, there are 3 zeros, so you have to move the decimal point 3 times to the left. So it gets a little bit more complex. It's 0.00045. Okay, 0.00045. That's right. Okay, the next part is about financial planning, which I think is quite fun to know. So if you are given a situational question and to plan for a school former. Okay, unfortunately, we are not going to have a school former for you in year 6. Okay, so but let's have some fun, coming out with this. So imagine you are Jack or Sammy. You are supposed to come up with a budget involving bars, venue, meals, drinks, and entertainment. So I've done one on my own. So the critical part is it must be under $30. Okay, that's the critical part. And they say create a budget. So what I did was I look at the information. You need the bus. You use the Miller's Company. It's $4 per student. The venue, use YMCA Hall, which is $3.50 per student. Meals, we'll use the 3-course meals. I'm sure people enjoy eating. So that's $14.50. Drinks, we have soft drinks for $3.50. And entertainment, probably the only thing you can afford is the recorded music, which is $1.50. So that will cost $27, which is feasible, okay, to run a formal night, okay. So you can come up with your own creative ways, okay, so long as it's within the budget of $30. Got it? So next thing is about, cashless transactions. So this is something that we will spend more time talking in class, but things to take note about credit card, why, why do people actually use debit or credit card? There must be reason. We'll talk about it. So with the information given on this card here, so answer all these questions here based on the information given. Okay, so let's generate some discussion during our live lessons later. Okay, so that's all that we have for today. So easy lesson for everyone. If you have any issue, just drop me a note on direct message or Teams. Okay, bye bye.